it goes back to that entrepreneurial spirit of getting it done right, serving the client. And that's what ShipWise does. And we have the same mentality here. So for us, I didn't want to have to pick another TMS. And frankly, I don't ever see us ever needing one because they're constantly innovating and changing and like morphing and adding things that they're hearing. You know, we do work with a lot of different companies. Main thing is we're 3PL. We're non-asset-based 3PL. We service industries where they're direct to manufacturer, sustainable energy, e-commerce. You know, on the e-commerce front, we do roughly about 55 to 60,000 direct-to-consumer shipments a month. We're in 3 different locations and totaling about 400,000 square feet. All 3 buildings are approved FTZs. We have 1 that is active currently. It's 110,000 square feet, but we can activate any one of these. I think my biggest challenge and I think my biggest success has been the culture. It took a long time, probably took me 3 years to kind of figure out how do we make this a productive work environment that we have a high expectation on the staff and treat them well to where we don't have to micromanage that piece. And so I think, you know, the culture here has been the most difficult part and the most rewarding and what I believe is my highest success. We're only as good as our staff is. Every customer that we talk to, they all want to be perfect and we strive for that. The expectation is that we understand our jobs here are really servicing their consumer or their customers, right? And so I think their expectation is that what we do here, we do with excellence and that the same expectation that I would have on Amazon when I order something, I expect it within the next couple of days or I expect my order to go out fairly quickly, is the same expectation that they have of us, and we honor that. I mean, we have customers that we batch ship, and we may have 10,000 batches that we have to ship out, and so latency becomes very important. We looked at 3 other companies, and what we found in ShipWise was that it was the different aspect of the way that we could ship, the versatility of it that we saw fit into literally every piece of our e-commerce and the different variations of clients that we have and processes that we have. It fit literally all those gaps that were missing before. They understood the need, they understood the problems. Within 2 days, I think 95% of our production was already up and working. In 5 business days, we had fully switched off our old TMS and we're fully functioning. And every touch point that we had got so much easier at that point, both from international to domestics to the different size boxes that we have. It literally improved every single aspect of the different variations of packages, whether it be a batch ship or a pre-manifest or a post-manifest. Every aspect of it was easier for every single one of the shippers. And what was great about it is that we showed them a couple times and they kind of looked at us and said, that's it. Frankly, the employees, they were smiling when that started running. I mean, they were like, oh my God, this is so much better. It works like a shipping process would work. It's like, if you think about if you're gonna ship 1 package, you have all those options and you can pick them and choose them and that part's easy. But when you're doing that at scale, it becomes extremely difficult on the fly. I mean, if you're doing 3,000 shipments in 1 day and one person's doing those, there's no way possible for them to make sure every single one is correct. And invariably, every order is going to a unique destination, its own weight, its dimensions, and depending on if it's a different client, it has a different SLAs. So being able to automate that entire piece and to make sure that one, the customer's happy, they're getting the cheapest rate, they're getting the best service. On our side, our staff members are just scanning and shipping. It's almost an infinite amount of business rules. I mean, they're pretty complex. And with every single customer, we've been able to do things that we have always wanted to do to kind of streamline, make it faster, simpler. We've been able to write those business rules in there and it's been accurate. It works every time. It's almost like you set it and forget it. Since we've done that part, we haven't really had to look back or touch anything. It's been amazing. One thing that they offer is the ability to have the warehouses rates displayed on the front end of Shopify. I mean, that's unheard of. Having the future ability to kind of sell that to a client that says, hey, your consumer is going to see what the warehouse is, so you're not having to kind of figure out on the back end of Shopify, how much do we put in for handling and for any markup to cover the pick pack. All those things can be done on the back end, so they don't have to worry about that part. We're always looking for additional ways to make it faster, better, more efficient for the staff, because again, the less my staff has to work, if you're on your feet for 7 hours a day, doing the same thing over again, it gets tiring. And so if we can free up that for the staff, because again, that allows us to scale, and the scalability of ShipWise is literally, there's no ceiling to that piece. We were looking for a partner, and we found that partner in ShipWise.